Hello everybody, this is Maniac for Bricks, and I'm here today with a LEGO Mixels review. We're going to do these by tribe since I was able to collect them at the same time. First on the left we have 41529 Nurp-Naut. It has 52 pieces, ages 6 and up. The next one we have is Niksput. It is set number 41528 and it has 62 pieces. And then on the right, we have Rokit. It's 41527. I think I did these in the opposite order. And it has 66 pieces. All of these sets are from 2015, and they retail for $4.99 in the United States. Let's take a look at them from the back of their foil packages. They are mostly the same, and I like how on the back of these, they show that it is Series 4 for the Mixels in general. One of these packages will have our new Mixels inside of them. They even show us on the back each of the other tribes. On this side, they show you the combo model with all three of these in the middle. And they also show you the LEGO Mixels sub-website. So let's open them up and see what's inside. So it seems like with each of these packages we get what looks like one plastic bag to hold all of our pieces. It is a slightly folded bag. And it has a bunch of different colors. For this wave, in this particular tribe, we have them with white, black, dark bluish gray, a little bit of pearl gold, a little bit of trans clear, and even trans black, and even some lime green. I think we just found out which one has the Nixel. It is Rokit. So if you're looking for the Nixel in this particular tribe, it's from the Rokit set. As far as the instructions for all of these, the first thing I noticed when taking them out of the package, they have different backs to them. Usually the win section has some sort of minifigure attached to it, and I noticed that with Rokit, he has a firefighter. Niksput has Laval from Legends of Chima, and Nurp-Naut has a pirate. Not the 2015 pirate, as far as I know. These are all folded in half. On the back, they show you the Mixels from this series, and only this series, not 5 and 6. They show you the max model, and the piece count, and all the instructions in the front. So let's go ahead and build all these models. The first of the three we'll look at is Rokit, and this is the one that includes the Nixel between the three characters. It only has 3 extra pieces, as you can see in the middle. The way they designed the Nixels this time around is pretty interesting. As you notice, they now have a little bit more posability with their arms. The legs can't really move though, but they are a different shape, which is kind of interesting, and perhaps a little bit more accurate to the way they're presented in the show. The arms can move up all the way to the top of their heads as if they're carrying something, or if they're given a big stretch, and they can move only that far down. There's not really much to see from the backs of the Nixels, but there is a bit to see from the back of Rokit. You can see he has some little jetpack on the back of him to allow him to float around and shoot off into space. He also has some neat looking detail on the front of him, where we get to see a little bit of mouth. He also has some posable arms, and he can bend all the way inward, all the way outward, and a little bit up and down. Not too much up though, because you have the eyes put on the sides of the head, so it might not give you the full range of posability. What I find interesting with this character are these little red batons on the ends of his arms. I don't know if they're parts of his fingers or some sort of laser that he's shooting, but I suppose when we get to see the Mixels TV show, we'll get to see a little bit more of what this character can do as far as those red pieces. The legs can move and can be easily posable in a bunch of different directions. It stands pretty well, just on one leg. And I also find it interesting, the top portion of his head, it's actually a trans clear dome piece, easily comes off. And you can see a little bit of, I guess, machinery on the top of him. Very interesting for, I guess, his brain. Now let's take a look at our next Mixel character. Our next character we'll take a look at is Nurp-Naut. And this one seems to be the most peculiar of the three, in my opinion. As we take a look at him, he not only has one eye, but you can spin his head around, and he has two eyes. I suppose this character has a pretty interesting story behind it as well, for that kind of alteration between its eyes. I guess he can see everything. He also has a little bit of posability. You can move his arms up and move them down. You could attach things into his arms, much like other Mixel characters. And his legs are kind of on the short side as far as holding, and he can still hold pretty well as far as a pose. He can still stand on one leg and look like he's floating through space. As I was saying, look like he's floating through space. But it works out pretty well. He has 5 pieces that are extra in his character set. There's a look at it from the back, where you can see a little bit of a jetpack, again, with this character, because it's in space. And he's got the 2 different teeth on the front. Our last minifigure from this tribe is Niksput. He's a pretty interesting guy when I'm looking at him all the way around. He's got his wings that are kind of looking backwards. He's got the Rokit that can be adjusted different ways, up and down. Even the wings themselves can move because they're on ball joints. And he also, a lot of his body is actually used to make his mouth move. You can move it all the way up like this, all the way down. It's got a little bit of a chomping motion here. And you can even move around his eye. Now, you have to actually take off the glass piece on him in order to move the eye in different directions. It can't be facing completely forward though, because the printing is made to be a little offset from the top of the ball as shown on here. So perhaps he's looking up and seeing something astonishing above him. He could have his mouth gazing wide open. Maybe his arms are moving around. And he seems to work well as far as the legs as well. So you can have him in a semi-flight motion like this. He's looking pretty goofy. So let me know in the comments below which of these is your favorite out of the Oribtons Mixels tribe. I personally like Nurp-Naut the best. He's got pretty good expression on him and a nice variety of parts. You can see more Mixels reviews coming up soon from 2015. Thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you next time with more LEGO videos.